Hey everyone, first off, thank you for your patience on this one. I've had a busy few weeks with work and then a cool vacation to upstate New York where I got to see Niagara Falls for the first time, visit the National Comedy Museum, and also ride on a sailboat for the first time. It was a great trip, but I'm really glad to be back, and I'm excited to be talking about the Alan Wake 2 photo mode. And there is a lot of good to say. So let's take a trip to the dark place. So this game is downright beautiful, and I know I say that about a lot of games, which is always true, but Alan Wake is like indescribably beautiful. It runs on a proprietary engine owned by Remedy called Northlight, and my word, it is just unreal, which makes this game all the more worthwhile to capture in a photo mode. In fact, I didn't even pick this game up until the photo mode released, and I'm really happy I waited. Now, the first thing I want to talk about specifically is the lighting. Not only is the fidelity in game just top notch, but what really makes this photo mode sing is the lighting. From moody interiors to gleaming sunsets to the player placed lights, this game has something going on that I can't even really figure out. It seems to be a mixture of realistic color grading and the pixel perfect light interactions. One thing you'll sometimes notice with video game lighting is that it can't quite manage to display brights well. It often just becomes this blown out distortion where the screen is trying to expose everything perfectly, but that's just the thing. Real life has those imperfections when it comes to the way the human eye sees light. Take this shot, for example, where I had a harsh light directed at Alan's face. The highlights are totally blown, and the rest of the image has this stark contrast going on. I love how, well, real it all feels. This is fitting too, as the game is all about lightness and dark. Shout out also to the flashlight lighting option. This is a great attention to the in-game detail. The material work in this game is also stellar, giving players serious pause when exploring environments. Heck, I think I spent like 15 minutes just taking photos inside this elevator because of how much I admired the interior texture design. And this is aided by the excellent depth of field. You can get some really tight shots that have an utterly cinematic quality. I also adore how wide and distorted you can get the lens. You can get the camera really close and super wide. It gives everything this kind of surreal feeling. Really reminds me of a lot of shots that Terry Gilliam uses in his films. This game also adds some nice features like fog, distortions, character hiding, and some nice presets. Photo mode presets are usually something that I don't find that useful, but these are quite nice to get you started. They simply have landscape, macro, and portrait, and these all do exactly what they say, and they get you pretty close to where you want to be to get the right shot. And this is great for new virtual photographers. I sometimes forget that I've been taking photos in real life and in games for well over a decade, and I don't really need that kind of guidance, but for people who are wanting to use games as a means to learn, this is a fantastic inclusion for that. Bravo. Look, I really don't have much else to say other than they nailed it with this photo mode, and the people behind this clearly have a love of photography and an abiding respect for the virtual photography community. Thanks for watching, and please remember, dislike this video if you hated it, and only subscribe if you want more. See you next time.